The small town of Willow Creek was quiet that evening, painted in soft shades of gold as the sun dipped below the horizon. Inside a modest two-bedroom apartment, Lila and Lena Carter, 17-year-old twin sisters, sat cross-legged on the floor. An old, battered guitar lay between them, its faded wood carrying the weight of forgotten memories. Lila strummed a few soft notes while Lena hummed quietly, their voices blending into something delicate and hauntingly beautiful. The song was "Hotel California," the same one their father used to play before he left. For the Carter twins, music was home. It was where their words lived, where their fears dissolved, and where the world couldn't judge them. But outside their bedroom walls, they were different. At Willow Creek High, they were known only as the shy Carter twins, invisible, overlooked, and underestimated. While other girls flaunted confidence and charisma, Lila and Lena hid behind silence, avoiding attention at all costs. No one knew about their voices. No one knew about their dreams. Not yet. On a Monday morning, an announcement echoed through the school hallway. Attention, students. Sign-ups are now open for the Willow Creek High Annual Talent Show. Grand prize, $5,000 and a chance to perform at the Summer Music Festival. The hallways exploded with excitement. Students crowded around the posters, whispering and laughing about their plans. Lila stopped by one of the posters, her heart pounding. $5,000. It wasn't just money, it was hope. It could help their exhausted mom, Mary, who worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. It could buy a new guitar. It could open doors. Beside her, Lena stared nervously. "Don't even think about it," she whispered. "Why not?" Lila asked, eyes fixed on the poster. "Because we can't do this," Lena said quickly. "People don't even know we can sing. They'll laugh at us." Lila turned, meeting her sister's frightened gaze. "Exactly," she said softly. "That's why we need to do it." That night, while Lena slept, Lila quietly picked up the pen and signed both their names on the talent show sheet. The next morning, Lena nearly fainted when she found out. "You what?" she hissed, slamming the bedroom door. "Lena, listen to me," Lila pleaded. "We've been invisible our whole lives. Don't you want to be seen, just once?" Lena shook her head violently, tears filling her eyes. "I can't. I'll freeze. I'll ruin everything." Lila walked up, gently placing her hand over her sister's. "Then I'll carry you," she whispered. "Like I always do. Just, trust me." After a long silence, Lena finally nodded. A few days later, as they practiced quietly in an empty classroom, someone knocked on the door. It was Mr. Dawson, their English teacher, a warm-hearted man in his late 40s. "I heard you two singing the other day," he said, stepping inside with a smile. "You've got something special." Lena froze. "Why, you heard us?" "Not just me," he said. The whole hallway stopped. "And I've got a deal for you. If you want, I'll coach you for the show." That moment changed everything. Under Mr. Dawson's guidance, the twins trained every day after school. He pushed them to believe in themselves, to find confidence in the quiet spaces where doubt used to live. "You don't just sing lyrics," he said, strumming the first chords of "Hotel California. "You tell a story. And if you tell it honestly, people will listen." But not everyone was supportive. By the end of the week, news spread across school. "The Carter twins are performing." Students laughed in the cafeteria, whispering cruel jokes. "What are they gonna do?" Whisper into the mic. "Someone better bring earplugs." Lena overheard them and nearly quit. But Lila refused to let go. "They'll laugh now," she said firmly. "But they won't laugh after they hear us." Behind closed doors, the twins rehearsed relentlessly. Their fingers bled from guitar strings, their voices cracked, but they kept going. Every chord, every harmony, every whispered lyric carried their pain, and their hope. Sometimes, late at night, they'd sit in silence, missing their father, Ethan. "Do you think Dad would be proud of us?" Lena asked one evening, softly strumming the guitar. Lila hesitated. "I think he'd finally listen." The night arrived. The school auditorium glowed under bright stage lights, buzzing with laughter, chatter, and anticipation. Hundreds of students packed the seats, teachers lined the aisles, and the judges sat poised at their table. Backstage, the twins waited in silence. Lila's palms were sweaty, Lena's knees trembled. "Breathe," Lila whispered, placing both hands on her sister's shoulders. "We've practiced for this. Just follow my lead." The curtains opened. They stepped into the blinding spotlight, the crowd falling eerily silent. Whispers rippled through the room, no one expected them. Lila's fingers hovered over the guitar strings. She took a deep breath and began the first haunting riff of Hotel California. At first, Lena's voice shook. But then something happened, the room grew quiet, and for the first time, she forgot the crowd. She closed her eyes and sang like she was alone, pouring her entire soul into every word. When she reached the high notes, the auditorium went dead silent, then erupted into thunderous applause. Unbeknownst to them, a student had recorded the entire performance and uploaded it to TikTok. By midnight, it had 1 million views. By morning, 10 million. The headline spread everywhere. Shy twin girls stun the world with Hotel California cover, pure magic. Talk shows called. Record labels reached out. Their voices had touched millions, people from around the globe commented. "I cried listening to this. This is the most beautiful version I've ever heard." For two girls who once hid from the world was now listening. Weeks later, they stood on a grander stage, the Summer Music Festival, performing before thousands. Cameras flashed, lights danced, and the crowd roared their names. And in the very front row, a man stood frozen, tears glistening in his eyes. It was their father, Ethan Carter. After the show, he approached them slowly, guilt heavy in his voice. I heard you sing," he whispered, voice breaking. "I've never been prouder." For a long moment, no one spoke. Then Lena stepped forward, tears falling freely, and hugged him. Lila followed, their arms wrapping around the man who once broke their hearts. That night, the Carter family began to heal. The twins' journey taught the world something powerful. Sometimes, the quietest voices carry the loudest dreams. When you stop hiding, the world finally sees you. Their story became more than just a viral moment. It became a reminder to millions. To believe in yourself even when no one else does. To take risks, even when you're scared. To never underestimate the quiet ones, because sometimes, they're the ones who change everything. Got it, Sod Red Heart. You want me to write a long, beautiful, emotional life lesson inspired by the story, something heart-touching, motivational, and soulful that connects deeply with your audience and leaves them inspired and hopeful. Here's a cinematic, powerful life lesson based on Lila and Lena's journey. In this life, we all carry dreams within us, small, fragile, and hidden deep in our hearts. But too often, we bury them beneath fear, doubt, and silence. We convince ourselves that we are not good enough, that the world won't listen, that our voices are too small to matter. Lila and Lena believed this too. Two shy twin sisters, invisible to the world, afraid to be seen. People whispered about them, mocked them, ignored them. And for a long time, they believed those voices. Until one day, they chose courage over fear. They stepped onto that stage trembling, hearts pounding, knees shaking, believing they would fail. But when they started singing, something extraordinary happened. The world stopped. The crowd listened. And in that moment, their hidden voices became unforgettable. Life is not about being the loudest in the room. It's about believing in your voice even when no one else does. The world will always have people who laugh, doubt, and criticize. But remember this, the quietest people often have the most beautiful songs inside them. The moment you stop hiding, the moment you choose to stand in your truth, the world finally sees you. Dreams don't belong to the strongest, the richest, or the most popular. Dreams belong to those who dare to try, even when they're scared. Somewhere inside you, there's a version of yourself that the world has never met, a version brave enough to shine. Maybe today, you're where the Carter twins once were, afraid.